What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. Devin Haney continues to be on Gervonta Tank Davis. Next says that he got his Mickey Mouse belt. The WBA regular belt says they gonna get rid of the belt anyway. So he been daring Gervonta Davis to, press the mandatory. What old girl tell him on Rush Hour? Press the goddamn button. What she say? And Devin Haney is not letting up off of Gervonta Davis, right? And he addressed Gervonta Davis saying that he made 5 times more than him. He said that he didn't respond to that because it's cap. Then he said if he made 5 more times more than him, he made $25 million a fight. He said they all getting the same money, but he said that's super cap, and that's why he chose not to address it. But Devin Haney trashed Tank for cop out excuse for not fighting him. Now it says that Devin Haney took a shot at Gervonta Davis for his cop out excuse for not fighting him by saying that he makes 5 times more money. The undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney believes Tank was looking for an excuse to avoid fighting him. If the WBA regular lightweight champion Gervonta really wanted to fight Haney, he could easily make it happen, asking the World Boxing Association president Gilberto Ramirez to make him a mandatory for the WBA belt, which according to Devin Haney is a real one with the sanctioning belt body. I mean, that's a fact. Haney got to finish title versus Camboso. So Camboso, assuming everything goes well, Haney will be looking for a big name. It's going to look bad on Tank part if he chooses to reject the offer from Haney. Quote, I never said I wanted the Mickey Mouse belt, the WBA regular belt. He can drop the belt, said Devin Haney to Fight Hype about Gervonta Tank Davis. There, the WBA going to drop the belt anyway. The WBA is going to hold the regular champions. They're getting ready to drop the belt. So Tank Davis can come challenge me for my WBA belt or whatever. If he really wants to fight, he can get the fight. He can get the fight. All he has to do is tell the WBA president Gilberto Ramirez, "Hey, I'm dropping this belt. I want to fight for the real belt," and that fight can be made. My main focus is George Camboso. Once we're victorious, we could talk about what's next. That's nuts. What is he saying? He's making $25 million a fight, said Haney, reacting to Gervonta saying he makes 5 times more money than him. Everybody knows that's cap. And if he's making $25 million a fight, it will show. He's got nothing better than me. Everything he's got, I got. Nobody believes that anyway. That was just a cop out to deflect people from saying why you don't want to fight him. He wanted to run his money route. We all know the truth. He's not making 5 times more than me. He's not even making more than me. He said, I can understand why he wants to fight. Why he wants to fight Tank. He wants to get some get back. Said Haney about Issa Cruz. He wants to redeem himself. So he talked about Cruz. We'll talk about that too. But he right. It's deflection, and then Leonard Ellerby getting in here and getting on Michael Montero, which I ain't opposed to that, but I ain't the biggest Michael Montero fan. But Michael Montero didn't deserve what Leonard Ellerby got. What Ellerby said to him, to be honest. So let's just keep it real there. They just mad because Devin Haney starting to poke the bear, and they don't want to be exposed as duckers. And Floyd Mayweather said they wasn't gonna fight each other. Floyd come out and say, "No, we ain't fighting him. I love Devin. I helped Devin in the gym, so that'd be a conflict of interest for Devin to fight Gervonta Davis. I love both of them, so I don't see that happening. While Gervonta is still with me, it'll be a conflict of interest, and everybody will move on. Trust me, everybody move on. When nobody say nothing, everybody just keep it moving. But Gervonta keep wanting to run his mouth and he don't want to fight nobody. I had conversations with people say, "Well, Tank could knock out Devin Haney. We'll do it then." That's all I'm saying. Well, OJ Juiceman said, "Do it." But nigga, you won't do it. That's all I'm saying. Do it. I'm tired of these dudes talking big shit and then they don't want to go through with it. They don't want to be responsible to live up to their word. That's my problem with it. Stand on that as a man. Stand on it. Stand on that. Stand on it. And that's all I'm saying. Stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on it. And I don't think that's too hard to find, too hard to do. You know, but the fans is gonna justify anything that these dudes say. They're gonna justify it. Well, you know, this, that, and the third, he'll knock him out anyway. Well, do it. We'll do it. Tank get to talk all this shit and then turn around and fight nobody. And can't nobody deny that because it's the truth. That's the truth. So can't nobody deny that. Come on, fight somebody, dude. This dude been the champion begging you to you know, to exercise your mandatory. Where they do that at? Call your belt the Mickey Mouse belt, but he want to laugh and say, "We think Devin got a email belt. He an email champion." And all fans do is regurgitate. All they do is regurgitate what the fans say, and the fans regurgitate what the fighters and promoters say. That's why you got so many fans saying, you know, that's why you got so many fans on my A side, B side, and all that. That come from Floyd Mayweather saying it. This come from Gervonta saying this, and this come from this guy saying that. And that's the honest truth. And that's the honest truth. You know? So, but my thing is when fans say, well, he'll whoop Devin Haney ass, well, why don't you go tell him to take the fight? That's my only problem with it. Tell him to take the fight then. What's the issue with that? And then he turn around and fight nobody, and people be arguing about resumes, and he ain't fought nobody. He could have had the Camboso fight. He could have took the Camboso fight right off of Devin Haney plate. Mayweather could have put the money up and made Camboso come to America twice. He could have, but he didn't. They ain't believe Tank could beat Camboso. What's wrong? You sent Tank over to UK to fight Liam Walsh, send him to Australia to fight Cambosos. And they get the role, we the A-side, we don't need to do this, belts don't matter and all that shit. But then when the coast is clear and they can get their hands on real belts, then they start justifying and clarifying comments about belts. That's wild to me. You know, then everything changed. It all changed depending on where they stand at in the argument. If they got belts, then the belts matter. If they don't got belts, then they don't matter. Come on. Oh, the belts don't mean nothing, and the belts don't mean this, and the belts don't mean that, and we really don't need the belts, and this, that, and the third. All right. Then why you hold the regular WBA belt and then turn around talking about how the regular WBA belt is, how it's a world championship fight when it's not? Well, it's not a world championship title fight. It's not. It's not a real belt. No matter what they say, it's not a real belt. It's not. And if you ain't standing for the best fights in America, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't standing for the best fights, best fighting the best, then you ain't no boxer fan. You a casual, you a groupie. And that's what you is. You ain't no real boxer fan, straight up and down. Say what you want to say. You ain't no real boxer fan. And that's the God honest truth. We about the best fighting the best. We ain't about marinating shit. None of that. If you ain't on that tip, then you ain't on that tip. Then you ain't no real boxing fan. We can't have the fans having more belief than the fighters. Where they do that at? Come on. We can't have that. We need the best fighting the best when it need to happen. Straight up and down. We need it on time, expeditiously. That's what we needed. Especially for 2 black fighters. Excuse me, we need that. Come on. Now, you know, if Tank was minding his own business and taking the Leo Santa Cruz route, I kind of understand it a little bit. But come on. Tank 27 years old and still ain't fought no fucking body. Still ain't took a risk to his career. Only risk he took was going to the UK to fight Liam Welch. A very, very calculated risk. With very little possibility of loss. And all Floyd Mayweather is projecting his career on Tank Davis. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't want to fight black fighters because he knew. But then he blasted Bob Arum for marketing Hispanic fighters over black fighters, and he turned around and do this very same shit in his career and in Tank's career. Ain't that crazy? So he invalidated what Bob Arum said. Al Heyman invalidated what Bob Arum said about blacks and Latinos. They invalidated it 50,000 times over and over again. But nobody ready for that conversation. But it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, Amazon Music. We own everywhere. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the Boxless playlist. Let me know what you girls and guys think. And also, he talked about Eastside Cruz, and like I said before, wasn't much really to say there. But peace.